Welcome to Phuket News TV. Well, today we're going to be teaching you a new word. It's a word or a name that you're going to be hearing a lot of here in Phuket. Faz Waz?
Faz Waz.
Faz Waz, okay.
Faz Waz.
What is Faz Waz? What on earth does it do? You need to know about it, and we'll be right back after this break to tell you more about Faz Waz on Phuket News TV. And welcome back to Phuket News TV, and today we're with the new CEO of Faz Waz Phuket, Michael Kenner. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for coming.
Michael, Faz Waz, everybody's talking about this new word, but it's something that we need to learn about, because this is something that's going to really change the whole sort of real estate landscape here in Phuket.
Yes, we believe so. So Faz Waz has originated from what we had was a real estate company. I think we spoke about a year ago with
Live Phuket.
That's correct.
Yep.
And we've seen a lot of problems in the market while we've been here and participating as an agency broker. So it's set up on a new venture to launch a technology platform, and that's where the Faz Waz has originated from.
Okay, and you're talking about these problems you've seen. I mean, it has been a difficult year for real estate in Phuket. What is behind some of those problems, do you think?
So for us, it's not necessarily problems in the actual market, but this is driven by problems with actually the developers themselves. So it's quite interesting. When you actually go to see a price advertised for a unit, the price you see is not the price you pay. And there's all these clever marketing tactics underhand, which means that when you go there, you're produced with different fees, and sometimes the price is 20% more. Now, with different developments employing different tactics, it's very hard to make comparisons across different markets. I'll give you an example. If you have a development that has a guaranteed rental scheme versus a development that doesn't, and the guaranteed rental scheme has a premium associated with it, well, how do you actually work out what the like-for-like price is and where the value is?
Yeah.
And that's the problems associated with this market.
You've got selling off the plan and all these different things. I mean, the Phuket market has been fairly unregulated and maybe misunderstood for a long time. And I know over the past year, a lot of what Live Phuket's been doing is trying to educate people and bring some professionalism to the market. What is Faz Waz going to do that's different?
Okay, that's a good question. And there's a multitude of things, but the main thing is that we have every single unit in every single development across Phuket. So we have every single metric, and we have millions and millions of metrics to measure by.
Metrics, what do you mean?
So for example, when you have a development, you have say 100 units inside the development. Everyone has a size, everyone has a view, everyone has fees associated with CAM fees, transfer fees, sinking fund fees, with each single unit. Now at the moment, this information does not exist absolutely anywhere. The developers don't make it public because they don't have the infrastructure to do this, and sites don't make it public. You see a development ranging from 1 million to 10 million. And what does that mean for the consumer looking for a unit? And whether that's the price of the unit or the price you're going to pay is very different. And how can I own this property? Well, we all hear about freehold and leasehold.
Yes.
And you hear these words chucked down quite a lot.
Yeah.
People talk about foreign freehold and Thai freehold. Well, what does that actually mean? Does that actually mean anything? And there's a lack of understanding in the market, especially amongst agencies, even amongst developers, of how this actually all works.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and make this clear and transparent.
Hallelujah. That would be fantastic. So if I log on to fazwaz.com,
yes,
what am I going to find there? What am I going to see?
So for the moment, it's every single unit across Phuket. Will be in patio by the end of the month. Every single unit is in patio as well. But I'll give you an example of how you can use it. If you're looking for a one-bedroom unit, say under 40 square meters with a sea view, it will show you every single possible combination in Phuket, as opposed to the actual developments themselves. And then once you go in, you can narrow it down, see all the information about the actual unit in terms of how much you actually pay on transfer, how you can own this property. Say there's a freehold and a leasehold.
Okay.
Well, if you actually buy it leasehold and freehold, there's usually two different prices, because of transfer fees associated with different ownership structures. So this breaks it all down very clearly, and the main benefit is you have comparative market data. So we can tell you how expensive this is in relation to the market, how expensive this is in relation to the actual area. Is this expensive for the bedroom type or the size you're getting, and why it's more expensive or why it's so cheap.
Okay.
So it actually gives the user lots of information to educate them in their buying decisions.
All right, so if we still want to get into the market, the legacy market of villas and things, we still go to Live Phuket for that information?
Correct.
Okay, so the Faz Waz is really about units and condos.
Correct, and there's a reason for it. At the moment, the mentality in Asia is everyone wants something new. So the off-plan, the condo development units is driving the majority of the market, especially in Phuket and Pattaya. That's where the majority of the volume is. So if we want to give our users and consumers a clear representative of where the market is, well, 80% is driven from this market now.
Okay. And who's buying at the moment? Who's buying all this new property in Phuket? Where are the buyers?
There's a mixture. So from kind of the expat agencies, they won't talk about the Thai market, but the Thai market is still very prominent in buying developer off-plan units.
Yep.
We've obviously seen an increase in the Chinese market, which has been driven heavily. There's a decline, obviously, in the Russian market we spoke about previously, but we still have, the Singaporean markets, the Hong Kong markets, and potentially Australia and the UK are still large buyers in the Phuket market, especially.
Okay, that's great, Michael. Well, Live Phuket changed profoundly the way that real estate happens here in Phuket, and now we've got Faz Waz. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Faz Waz. Where did that come from?
So it's a long story.
Okay, we've got time.
Yep.
So it's fazwaz.com.
Correct.
To find out everything you need to know about the units and the condos here in Phuket.
Correct.
Michael Kenner, thank you very much for joining us, and good luck with Faz Waz.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Michael Kenner talking about the new Faz Waz website here in Phuket. Thanks for joining us on Phuket News TV.
Have you ever been refused a visa to Australia? Thinking of visiting, studying or a partner visa to Australia? Call now 076 612 550 or visit ozvisa.org.